Week 2, med ball workout number 1. Warm-up starts out with med ball ground to overhead. It's just like a plate ground to overhead. You're going to grab your med ball, straight up, lock overhead, touch, lock overhead. Make sure our back is nice and flat at the bottom of each rep. And our arms are locked out overhead. Try and extend without sacrificing midline. So again, we don't want to overextend at the top. Press up. Head through the window, abs tight. Next movement is an alternating Romanian deadlift. We're going to set our med ball on the floor. One leg at a time. Put your toe nice and tight underneath your med ball. Balance, grab the floor with your foot. Keep your back nice and flat and hinge at the hip. We're going to hinge forward, touch your fingers to your med ball, come on up. Other foot down, hinge forward, touch your med ball, come on up. Move nice and slowly. Your goal is to feel a little bit of a stretch and some activation back here behind your leg and your hamstring and in your butt. Next is the wall lat stretch. Find yourself a wall, palms flat, fingers up. We're going to drive your head down through the window, back flat. Push your belly button towards the floor with your legs straight. We're going to feel some stretching through your lats and a little bit in the hamstrings. It's important that we feel the lats stretch out a little bit for some overhead movements that we're doing later in the workout. After that's complete, our workout starts out with med ball lunges. Take our med ball, hug it nice and tight up near the chin. It's up to you guys. You can step forward or back on these, doesn't matter to me. Backwards, coming down, chest up, touch your knee. Stand up tall, switch, touch your knee, stand up tall. If you were to step forward, same thing, you're alternating legs. The tendency when you step forward is to come up onto your toe in the front foot, so just watch for that. If you're having trouble, just stick with back stepping. Forward, touch your knee, straight back up and together, other leg, up and together. Our next movement, and this is another new one for us, is a med ball power snatch. Mobility is going to be key here. Again, that's why we're doing that lat stretch in the beginning. Practice a few of these and make sure that you're okay with them before we start. It is just a power snatch, so you don't have to squat, just a slight bend to catch, soft knee. You're going to set up like you would with a barbell snatch. Back is nice and flat. We're going to bring the ball up overhead using your hips to drive at the top. Catch in an overhead squat position. So up, slight dip and catch. Back to the floor, up, slight dip and catch. Just like a med ball clean, soft grip on your ball. You'll notice the face of this ball will stay forward the whole time. So come up, catch, get your balance, stand. We're not curling it up or swinging it up over our head at the top. Move slow on these. Again, practice. This is a skill that we have not really done. It's going to require a lot of concentration to keep that ball overhead, not falling down, and to keep your feet flat on the ground, not falling into your toe or the ball of your foot. Strength. Get yourself a timer or a clock. You're going to accumulate 1 minute of each. The first, holding the ball with your feet. We're going to come up off the floor. Hold as long as you can before setting down. Reset, do it again. You can either do all minute on the leg first, then all minute up top, or you can switch back and forth until you've got a minute of both. The other is 1 minute with the ball in the hand, overhead, hollow position locked out. Hold as long as you can. Again, making sure that your lower back is touching the floor. Ways to scale this. If you want to use the ball to make it a little more difficult, you're just going to bend the knees. Same thing. Instead of a straight leg, knees tucked, lower back's touching the floor. Or do it without your ball. No ball at all, legs up. You can put your hands down if you'd like. Lower back is flat, Shoulders are on the floor or up slightly if you're able. Scaling the other way, arms up, no ball. Focus here is keeping your lower back flat on the floor. You're definitely going to feel some engagement in the abs. Could take quite a few sets. Take your time, rest as needed between each until you get to that minute.